Actually wound up watching this movie twice for this review, not because the film was great though. What's up everybody, back today to talk about Eat. It came out in 2014, directed by Jimmy Weber. It's his first feature film. He's done some shorts, you can kind of tell in the quality of the film. We'll get to that in a minute. The reason I said I watched it twice was because one night I watched it, then I had to work some overtime, so I had to refresh my memory real quick before I made this video so I could criticize it properly. So let's get into Eat a little bit. It stars Maggie Maddock as Novella McClure. Yeah, a cheesy name, they kind of make fun of it. She's a struggling actress, you know, she's out of work, she's nearing 30 years old, can't get a part. So she's struggling, she's stressed out, and basically it starts one day, she starts biting her nails and, you know, she bites into the side of her finger, and from there the movie progresses and it's called Eat, and you can kind of guess where it goes. You know, she's all stressed out because she can't get these roles, and then things start piling up, and it's fun on some levels. I can't really recommend it. It had some charm to it, definitely. Let's get into the good parts. Like I said, funny at some parts, unintentionally funny, and intentionally funny at some parts. There was this great Michael Fassbender line, which I thought was hilarious. There's some decent gore. It's kind of a mixed bag. Practical effects, all of it though, so it looked pretty cool. The greatest thing about this movie is it takes this really weird twist. She has this crazy hairdresser friend, you know, they're like besties or whatever, and they show him out in a club a few times, and apparently this girl is kind of like obsessed with her. I forgot what the character's name was. I think it's Candace, but it was played by Ali Francis, and Ali Francis does a great job. She could have been a character in her own psycho killer movie. What happens with her kind of comes out of left field, and it builds the momentum up, so I kind of liked the crazy friend character. Me and my wife were laughing our ass off. There's a couple scenes with her, and she's just really just as crazy as the main character. So it kind of added a lot to the movie. I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional. This movie is almost so bad it could almost be considered surreal on some levels, I think. I don't know if that was intentional. And that leads me to the bad stuff. There's a lot of bad stuff. Like I said, it seems kind of like amateur filmmaking when you're watching it. That's not that bad. It doesn't really take you out of it or anything, but I did even notice a few of the scenes where you can tell that clearly the person's not talking when, you know, you're supposed to be hearing them talk from the back of their head. There's actually a scene where they're talking and the mouth isn't moving. Yeah, there was some technical problems. The acting is pretty bad on most levels. The technical advisement, as far as, you know, holding someone in a hospital that's tried to hurt themselves, I don't know how accurate that was. It sounded kind of like BS to me. And then I have fake foot on my notes. Apparently, there must have been a part with a bad looking, you know, fake foot FX. So that's all I really have to say about Eat. I really can't recommend it. Even though it is somewhat charming, it's a type of movie, I'm sure it's going to wind up on Chiller at some point. Hopefully it winds up on Netflix so you guys can watch it. But it's not that great. It's the type of movie you need to watch on Netflix Instant. So I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5. And really what made it was the crazy friend, and Novella McClure's character, the main character, she was somewhat charming, somewhat, you know, you felt sorry for her a little bit. And there's a pretty cool after credit scene, so make sure you stay for that. That was pretty, probably one of the best scenes of the movie. That's the part that I remembered after I watched it the first time. So that was the most memorable part of it. The end is kind of crazy, the friend is kind of crazy, the whole movie is kind of crazy, but it's nothing you haven't seen before. 2.5 out of 5. Just watch it on the cheap, and if you've seen Eat, let me know what you thought down below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.